Hello everyone, I am going to go ahead and start the class this evening. Looks like we're kind of short on attendance, but oh well, I'll keep going. It can be put on YouTube. Well, to begin with, what I want to focus on today is building your resume. And session 1 of the topics we're going to cover: applying for the job you want to get the meaty stuff in your resume first, description to meet the new job needs. I want you to use numbers. How much money did you save the company, etc. Different resumes for different jobs. Objective, bad. Summary is good. You need to know about the work you're going to do. And we don't want chronological resume, we want a functional resume. I'm going to use my resume as an example to what you should do. Now, you may know that I may realize that I'm not a super expert in resume building, but I know this resume has gotten me some jobs in the future, or it got me jobs in the past. Future, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep this down to 15 minutes so it easily pastes on Facebook, on YouTube. I don't even know what I'm talking about, obviously. To begin with, we want you to apply for the job you want to get. Don't want you to apply for a job that you had in the past. For instance, if you used to be a mechanic and you hated being a mechanic, why do you want to tell them about being a mechanic? Because they're going to be trying to fit you into that role. You need to focus on the skills that you used as a mechanic and write those down, the ones that you want to do. The next piece is hitting the wrong buttons here and going to Facebook. You want to do the meaty stuff first in your resume. If you look at my resume, you'll notice I have a skills summary. I have some bullet points here. I hit my experience, and then I have my work history. Really can't tell chronologically what I did first and what I did last. Reason why you want the skills summary first and really get the meaty stuff first is because employers, supervisors are going to be looking to hire you, are going to focus on the resume for about 90 seconds to really catch your attention. If you don't catch their attention by the time they reach a few lines in the resume, they're going to scrap it and go to the next one in the pile. Especially in this day and age, everybody's got a ton of resumes to look at, so you want yours to stick out. The next piece, you'll notice that I've put the bullet points here. The bullet points really draw your attention in. This is really a sales brochure. You want them to understand what skills you have, kind of quick glance. And if you really bring them in for what you want, then you can focus them on what experience you have. The next piece wants you to have the description to meet the new job's needs. Please, like I said before, don't start describing the jobs you had in the past. You want to show the prospective employer that your skills are going to fit the job that they want to fill. So, if, for instance, you want to be a supervisor, you may have been a mechanic in the past, but you need to show them what skills as a supervisor or as a mechanic you use that will help you as a supervisor. For instance, if you're a mechanic at a typical shop, you're probably dealing with lots of customers. You're probably coordinating getting the cars in and out. Probably having to interact with the customers because you know if you've worked in retail or anything along those lines, customers get upset. So you want to explain to them those skills that really help them to fill that position they want to fill. And that really kind of goes back to you need to know about the work, but we'll hit that later. The next step, use numbers. Managers these days love seeing numbers. You can tell in my resume that I have some numbers here. Now, ignore the total numbers in these for my resume. It just happened to be the job that I did. We had a lot of the same machine that was over and over. So these numbers look very large, but where I was working, they're actually not too big. But these numbers really draw the attention of how much was saved or things like that, or how many people were hired. Numbers really draw that attention, really gives quantifiable evidence to what you've done. Here's a question with the numbers. How much money did you save the company? Things like that. Now, some of the resumes that I've looked at, it looks like very vague. looks like the same resume. You want to give the same to every different job. If you're applying for numerous different jobs, you're going to want to have a resume that's slightly different for each job. You don't need to totally make it different. I would focus on this skills summary. Have it focus specifically on the new job you want. And then let them know, hey, I'm a perfect candidate to fill this position at this company. The next piece, I hate objectives. Objectives are very vague. I want to be a good employee at company XYZ so I can build their bottom line. It's very vague typically when you see a skill summary. Skill summary or an objective. You don't want to bore me if I'm trying to read your resume. With a skill summary, I recommend that you really target some of the 2 to 3 skills that you want to show the prospective employer that you have. Really throw it in their face when they start reading. They know you want to have a job there. That's why they have your resume. Don't try to explain it to them with an objective. The next piece we need to look at, you need to know about the work. When you're building your resume, you need to research the job. You need to know the company, and then sometimes you're going to have to Google it. That's easy for us to do. But see if you have friends that work there. See if they can tell you about the work. See if you can maybe contact the manager that's hiring for that job. See if they can tell you about what they're looking for, so that you can craft your resume to fit exactly what they want and what they need in that role. So you can fit in there just like a puzzle piece. And finally, chronological resumes suck. You want to do a functional resume. The point of the chronological resume is to show everybody what you did in the past. But you need to have a functional resume. A functional resume actually helps them to see your skills. It doesn't matter if you did something 5 years ago. If you're good at it, put it in there. Put it as one of your top skills. One of the examples that I deal with sometimes are mothers that are returning back to the workforce. They don't really have anything to put in a chronological resume, except for, I've been a mom for umpteen years. Nothing wrong with being a mom, because in that role, she's probably gathered lots of skills. But some of those skills may be in logistics. She may have been part of the PTA, ran meetings, things like that. Those skills come in very high value in companies. So this mom that's moving to the workforce again can really focus on her experience, her skills that she has that will help the company move. She doesn't really need to tell them where she earned these skills. It just matters that you have the skills. And really, that's all in this class. I was kind of hoping I had some people to ask me questions, but maybe we can add on to this later. If you do have some questions, please visit my website, going back to Facebook, and on the right hand side you can contact me at askjosh@joshbullock.com. Send me any questions that you have and I'll be happy to help. I'm also going to be posting a YouTube video of this class on thebootstrapcoach.com, and you guys can check out the class and give me your opinion on it. Thank you very much.